Hello, I decided to film this video on a whim. I just got 2 books in the mail and I really think I would enjoy talking about my thoughts to these books as I'm reading it. So these books have been on my TBR for literally like at least a year. So I'm excited to finally start them. So if you can't already tell, I'm already reading The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, and the second book is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I'm sure you know both of them. They were very popular on Book Talk for like a while. I feel like both have had some controversies about whether they're good or not, so I would like to determine that for myself finally, because every time I look on my TBR it just taunts me like I should already have read it, you know? This book so far is pretty interesting. It is about a woman named Nora. Life isn't going so well for her, so she decides to commit suicide, and in her death part she kind of explores a library that is filled with books that are kind of what could have been if she made different choices. So it kind of explores deeper themes, I guess, and I feel like that's pretty intriguing. So far I'm at the part where she committed suicide, so I'm not up to the library part yet, but I'm so excited to get to that part. And also, weird side note, but the pages in this book is so fun to turn. I don't know what it is. And also like I read without this paper thing, but it's like really nice. It's like really cute. Anyways, this video will have no spoilers. This book is honestly really controversial. I'm pretty sure like everybody knows about this book. I think you either love it or you hate it, or like you just like have no feelings about it or don't know why it's like super hyped up. I feel like this has such a cool premise that if it's done wrong or if it doesn't reach the full potential it could give and comes off like super cliche or something, which I'm scared it will, and I've heard that it might turn out that way. But yeah, let's just get right into reading. I'm so excited. Bro, this book is so cool. I don't want him to fuck it up. Hi, so I'm around halfway done with this book already, and I have some thoughts about it. I feel like, well, firstly, these chapters are really short, but I also feel like it's kind of getting boring. It's kind of at that point where I'm like reading, but I'm just reading to read it and not reading because I'm interested. So that's not super awesome. We're getting some progress with the main character. I see that she's growing a little bit as she's reading and going through these different lives that she lives. It's actually different than what I thought it was gonna be. I thought that she was literally gonna be reading these books and she just sees how her life turns out in these books, but actually she herself gets plopped into these lives and has to basically use context clues to see what she has to do. Like sometimes she has to do an interview in like 20 minutes and she doesn't actually know what she's supposed to say. She's not actually prepared. So in that way it's kind of like annoying because we're just as confused as Nora, and it's kind of like unfair to be like plopped into something without having any context to it. Yeah, I'll update you when I have more things to say. Bro, my school's Wi-Fi right now is totally shut down except for the library, but I'm not gonna go to the library right now and I don't even need to do any work. So also I'm high-key kind of sick right now, so what better thing to do than to pick up The Midnight Library and read it. Needed blanket. Okay, so as you can see, I just finished. The ending was honestly really wholesome. I liked the ending. Right now, I'm feeling like it's a 3.5 stars. It's almost a 4-star, but it's not 4 stars. I feel like a lot of the book was repetitive because she kept living new lives and you kept being confused again. But I can see why some people really enjoy this book or some people really hate this book. It's when you have books with these really deep premises that have so much potential, like The Midnight Library or another book like They Both Die in the End, you kind of expect it to play into the potential and get this super deep life lesson out of it. But I feel like the truth is that sometimes it just has to be cliche, and if you're expecting something more than that, then you know, it's probably not going to be like that. But this was a pleasant read. I enjoyed myself. I did read it in, I believe, 3 days. And I'm really excited to start Normal People. But yeah, those are my thoughts on The Midnight Library. I feel like Jack Edwards, a booktuber, said that you should read this book if you're like in your mid-20s. I forgot why, but I am not in my mid-20s. But I think he said that because maybe in your mid-20s you're starting to think about the regrets you have, so you could kind of like relate to this book in that way. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this book to people who feel like they're unsure about their life or feel like it could be better if they did like one thing different. But I think the life lesson at the end does come off as cliche, but it's still a heartwarming ending, and it kind of packaged it in a cute way. It's good. Now we are moving on to Normal People by Sally Rooney. I'm scared for this one, honestly. Hello, so I just wanted to say that I upped the rating for The Midnight Library to 4 stars. This is because I think it has a lesson about love at the end that I didn't know was gonna have, and it kind of surprised me because it kind of talks about the power of love and how it could make life feel so much more meaningful, and it gives you so much more of a will to live. And also the fact that I just talked about this book with my mom and I realized that I enjoyed it a lot more than I guess I thought. So yeah, just wanted to say 4 stars, not 3. Hello. So I made some decent progress in this book. I'm almost halfway done and I have some thoughts about it, definitely. I am really enjoying it, honestly. Like, I don't know, I expected for me not to be that fond of it just because I haven't heard that the people around me who read it or my friends who read it didn't really like it as much. But I know like a lot of booktubers really like it, but I tend to favor my friends' opinions more. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I think if people look at this as like a typical romance, then with like all lovey-dovey stuff, that's not what they're gonna get. So it might be your mindset coming into this that is important. I remember in the beginning I thought it was really annoying that Sally Rooney doesn't put quotation marks when people say things, and you just kind of get used to it, I guess. It is kind of annoying at some points, but you know, you just kind of have to deal with it. Yeah. But other than that, I I really enjoy her writing style. I don't know if that's like something that's talked about, but I really enjoy her writing style. It's very observant and it's in third person, so I guess it already is observant intrinsically, but it seems like a wise point of view, you know? But yeah, I'm definitely really enjoying it so far, and I'm excited to see where this goes. And tomorrow I'm gonna be on a train for like around an hour, so I'm definitely going to be finishing this in the near future. Yay! So, first of all, I just want to say that I got this really cute hoodie from Brandy today because I went to Palo Alto and it's so comfy. Anyways, I'm sure you don't care. Anyways, so I am on page 191 of Normal People, and I started this book yesterday. Less than 24 hours ago. You could say that I am going through this book pretty quickly. I mean, today I had like just an insane amount of time on public transportation, so I almost read the entire time. So I read a lot and I'm having more and more thoughts about it. I'm happy to say that I am still enjoying it so much, obviously, because I'm going through this so fast, but I am really enjoying it. I am really enjoying the writing. I haven't really encountered really beautiful writing for a while, and it's really refreshing to see it in this book by Sally Rooney. So it makes me want to read her other books after this. So that's good. I also like underlined with my pen some parts where I like just enjoyed reading the sentences. For example, I really like this one where it says, "The cup in Marianne's hands is too hot to hold, but instead of placing it down again, she just lets the pain seep into her fingers, down into her flesh." I really like that. And also it's kind of funny, like there's some points where I highlighted it and it was just because it was funny, like I just laughed. There's also like, there's just other ones where it's, I want to write like this, like let me tell you another one. He rubs at his nose and looks around the room like he's never gonna see it again. Like I don't know, like I feel like that's something, like I feel like that's relatable, you know? It's just like the little things, like the little nuances of people's actions, like she writes them so, like she writes about it so well, and there are so many parts in this where I thought the writing was so beautiful, and I really enjoy just, even if the plot is not super interesting, the writing is really beautiful, and I like the story she's telling through her writing and through the way she portrays feelings and those little nuances. So honestly, I might finish it tomorrow or even tonight if I feel ambitious, but I'm pooped, so we'll see about that. But so far I really like it, so hello. So as you saw, I finished Normal People yesterday. To give you already a general idea, I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads. I think the thing I enjoyed the most was Sally Rooney's writing. I think I talked about how she writes, but I have like kind of dog-eared a lot of pages in this book because it was just like parts of her writing. Another one, if you want another one of the quotes, is his appearance is like a favorite piece of music to her, sounding a little different each time she hears it. I don't know, like I think that's so adorable. I really liked the quotes I got from these, and when I have good quotes, like I'm so happy. Like I love good quotes. I think Normal People is about basically fate and how sometimes life just brings you together, and it shows like the growth of people like coming in and out of each other's lives and still acknowledging that they both had a profound effect on each other. I feel like I grew up with them, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I've just gone through so much, even though this is such a short book. It's under 300 pages. The way that it's so short, but it still like has such an effect because you're kind of growing with them from like each chapter is far apart with each other, so it's like 3 months later, 7 months later, several months later. I think it's from like 2011 to 2015. I think that's like the span of what this book is, which just like shows how much you grow with them, you know? Overall, I just really enjoyed this book. I think I can understand why people don't like it though. I think it's more about people. There's a kind of anchor in your life, and that anchor is a person. You can be apart from this anchor for a while, but it doesn't take long until you're back at that same spot, because that is like where you belong, you know? I think that's what it's kind of talking about, and it's also talking about like deeper themes of connection. I feel like you'd enjoy this book if you also have someone like that in your life, you know? Anyways, it's a Hulu series, so I'm going to watch that now. I've heard it's a good interpretation. Wow, it's like 12 episodes. 12 episodes, 30 minutes, so it's like, so it has like 6 hours of content, which is actually crazy. I'm excited to see this series. Steph Borher, the one, she really likes this book. She enjoyed the show, so hopefully I like it too. Anyways, that concludes this video. I enjoyed both The Midnight Library and Normal People very much. I totally recommend both of them. So, and if you read these, let me know.